What's up, everyone? The day has finally arrived with the 7th live eviction of Big Brother 23. Either Claire or Derek X will be leaving the Big Brother house, which is a pretty hard day for most Big Brother fans. And folks, Sarah Beth is not happy with America. We've got so much to talk about, guys, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, the very important question of the day now, of course this is Thursday, so the question I'm going to throw to you folks is, who would you like to see become the brand new head of household tonight? We'll imagine if Claire or Derek X is sticking around, so you can say Claire or Derek X, because obviously it's likely going to be Claire that's staying, but if a blindside was to happen, which is also possible, Derek X will be here. So let me know folks in the comment section who you would like to win head of household tonight. Do you want it to be someone inside the cookout? Do you want it to be someone outside the cookout who will try and shake things up potentially? I would say the only people outside the cookout that will change things up would be Claire or Derek X, because Alyssa's probably not going to do anything. Let me know folks in the comment section below. Alright folks, so we start the day with the usual rigmarole of Claire and Derek X starting to do their campaigns, and it's pretty solid at this point to say that Derek X will be leaving the Big Brother house, but there are a few ifs and buts going on in regards to a good old Big Brother sympathy vote. So Carland basically said to Derek X that he is willing to throw a sympathy vote his way if it is safe to do so. Now, really, this is an interesting one because Tiffany has shown that she wants to keep Derek X around. If she votes and keeps it on the DL, if she votes to evict Claire, Hannah will obviously vote to evict Claire. And then Carland's sympathy vote comes through. That's 3. They only need 1 more. And dare I say, Alyssa could potentially do it if Tiffany could persuade her, because even though I think Alyssa is more leaning towards Derek X going, she is probably the most person to be easily swayed in the house. I think Tiffany could probably sway Arza as well. There's a lot of talk basically, but they'd obviously have to keep Carland in the dark, and that would obviously annoy Sarah Beth as well. I think Sarah Beth will throw a tantrum if she doesn't get her way. She seems like that sort of head of household, in my opinion. It could be totally wrong. But there we go. That's 3. So if it's Carland, Tiffany and Hannah, they only need 1 more. And Tiffany has shown she can persuade people and manipulate people. So that's possible. It's unlikely, as we say. But who knows, guys? It's Big Brother. We got to expect the unexpected. This could be one of those cases where we go into the, when feeds go down a few hours before the show, we're all going, Derek X has gone out the door tonight. He's got to join Brittany and the jury. And then all of a sudden, the live show comes on, and then it's time for the live vote and eviction. And then they got the diary room one by one. And then all of a sudden, Derek X somehow has 4 votes. Xavier can't do anything about it because he's been in solitary the whole time. So Tiffany's been able to go to work on people. Sarah Beth will obviously be in a shock. So this will be the first, big, not necessarily blindside. Maybe it would be a blindside because obviously it would be probably a last minute thing, but it would be the first moment that I think we would probably see fireworks because people would be button heads. Sarah Beth would be annoyed that she didn't get her way with her head of household. Carland's being kept in the dark, so he'll be annoyed that Sarah Beth didn't get her way. And Xavier's literally being kept in the dark in solitary confinement, so he will kind of be annoyed at Tiffany for flipping the vote. But essentially, Derek X then could come in, right in and swoop and win the brand new head of household, keeping Tiffany safe for the entire week. It's a risk I think Tiffany's willing to take, and she's going to try to do it. But the question is, can she actually pull it off? She's going to try, but can she pull it off? Now, in regards to the brand new head of household competition, it seems it's going to be some kind of memory one. The house guests have been given some video clues that they've had to study, and usually one of those studying comps means that you have to remember what was in the video or what was in the poster or what was in the picture or anything like that. And if I was a betting man, I would say that Hannah is going to win this brand new head of household competition. I think if Derek X stays, he could win it. If Claire stays, she could win it. So I do think it's going to be between Hannah and whichever nominee stays, which will be interesting. Personally, I think I do think Hannah. I put my money on Hannah, and I would say Xavier, but he has not been allowed to study the videos because he's been in solitary confinement. That's kind of been part and parcel of the punishment. It really has been a tidal wave of a punishment that Xavier's gotten. I get it. I mean, he won the veto, so he had to face all those punishments, but in hindsight, I guess we're kind of asking ourselves, did he really need to win that veto? Because I think it's probably done more damage to his game for winning that veto than it has not winning it. He was going to be safe either way. There's no way in hell the cookout was flipping on him and sending him out the door. he didn't need to win that veto, in my opinion, because now he's basically confirmed that if he doesn't win head of household this week, he's going to be a third nominee by default. And if he doesn't win it next week, and he does end up winning it this week, then he'll be the third nominee by default anyway. So either way, he's going to find himself on the block over the next couple of weeks, 100% guaranteed. He's lost all of his BB books. He's missed out on basically a chance to study for this head of household competition, being in solitary confinement. And he could be on the wrong side of a blind side as well because of that. So it really has been one horrific punishment that he probably didn't need to win that veto. So I guess hindsight's 2020, but he probably shouldn't have won that veto. Sarah Beth has shown her disdain towards America, having said America can wipe their ass with the Big Brother books. You don't send them to me anyway. Whew. I mean, look, you can look at two sides of this. One, you can look at it and go, it probably feels a bit crappy to not be getting those Big Brother books from America, when everybody else is getting more. But at the same time, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. If she wanted any chance to get Big Brother books, she needed to make sure that she's probably getting in America's good graces. And it's a strategy. It is a strategy, 100%. Like, it's not one of those things where you go, oh, don't try and please America. I agree with that until it's the point where there's America's vote. That's going on for 3 weeks. You can knowledgeably, tactically, probably try and take somebody out that has proven to not be, that America's not that big of a fan of. It's certainly a strategy to look at who's been getting Big Brother books and who hasn't, and literally putting that aside and going, do you know what? America might actually be cheering me on if I take out this person who's only got 50 Big Brother books every single week. So if Sarah Beth had done that, who knows? I mean, America might have liked her a bit more. I would say America would have certainly liked her a bit more than her taking out Derek X, as proven a lot this week. I'm just speaking kind of objectively there, I just think that could have been a strategy. It could totally prove me wrong. That might have been a really bad strategy, but I think it seems like something that could work. But I think the moral of the story is don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's where I stand on that one. The house guest got a booze delivery last night. Obviously, Xavier wasn't allowed to take part in that because he was in solitary at this point. It's pretty bad what solitary looks like. He's got he's in one of the rooms by himself, and he's got like a little tent sort of thing that's like essentially a porta potty, or whatever you guys call it in America. It's like a little, basically a bucket and some toilet roll. It's not appealing at all. It doesn't look like a nice part of solitary. Solitary confinement isn't supposed to be nice, and it's exactly living up to that right now. So on top of, I guess, solitary being kind of a shitty situation, he's not going to be able to strategize either, or getting on the booze, or any fun, or any video clues that I got on the head of household competition. It really is one hell of a punishment, and I'll be impressed when he comes out. I've got respect for anybody who can do 24 hours in solitary confinement. Alyssa expressed that she didn't want to talk about Christian anymore in the diary room, which was kind of random. Maybe she's... I don't even think there's a maybe there. I mean, it's just kind of... I wonder what's kind of going on there. I mean, either maybe she just... Because Christian's out, I get it. I mean, you can respect that Christian's gone. Why need to talk about him anymore, I guess that could be the only reason, unless there's more to it. Who knows? Derek X didn't indeed lie down. He, towards the end of the day, he was really campaigning, going to people and kind of really just pleading to stay, and it was kind of intricate. He was talking to Alyssa, for a while. He was talking to Big D for a while. He was talking to Kylan for a while, and it really is. He's trying to just get that one vote, because I feel like if Kylan's going to throw the sympathy vote, and then we've got Hannah and Tiffany's votes, if you can persuade Big D or Alyssa, then boom, that's it. He's staying. There's not many votes in it this week. It really is. It could be a tight one. It really could be. So I'm very interested to see where this one goes. And listen, I'm not counting Derek X out yet. I never count anybody out because it's Big Brother. The whole theme is expect the unexpected. So I don't necessarily like it when everyone's just like, oh, this is boring, we know what's going to happen. We change that attitude to we likely know what's going to happen. The whole point of Big Brother is expecting the unexpected, because whilst something, yes, it is very likely to happen, we keep watching because something crazy might not happen. It's one of those things where we remember in Big Brother history, the biggest moments are the moments where we didn't expect something to happen at all, but miraculously by some crazy, chance, it does end up happening. So just hold out, folks. It's likely not going to happen, but it just might. Remember those words, guys. Expect the unexpected. Now, just before we finish up, I do want to just take a massive, shout out, or give a massive shout out to Claire and Derek X, because either one who leaves tonight, it's going to be incredibly sad. Both of those guys have just been an absolutely gigantic breath of fresh air in Big Brother world. the past few years we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for just house guests who are here to play, you know, and house guests who have a sound game as well when they do play. So for me, I've got nothing but the utmost respect for Claire and Derek X. Both of them are fantastic in my eyes. Both seem like great people. So it's going to be extremely sad to see one of them go tonight. I know personally this is going to be, for me, the saddest eviction so far of the season, no matter who goes. Obviously, there's been some people that have, you know, not wanted to see go so far, but this is going to be sad. This really is going to be sad. So I just want to say again, and I hope everybody can join me in, you know, in the comment section just to celebrate and give respect to them, because Claire and Derek X, I just want to say thank you to both of you for bringing game back to the Big Brother house. Thank you for playing. Thank you for bringing strategy. Thank you for showing your passion for the game and being great people all the while. Thank you to both of you for being absolute legends, and whoever goes tonight will be sorely missed from Big Brother, and I hope whoever goes as well tonight will have some chance to compete once again in the future. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this week so far. Do you think Sarah Beth Carland has had a good head of household reign this week? Who would you like to see evicted, Claire or Derek X? It's going to be a sad one either way, folks, but let me know who you would like to see leave the Big Brother house. Do you want to see a flip? There is so much to talk about, guys, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But folks, I will say as I always do, make sure you're staying safe, staying positive and staying healthy out there, and be kind to one another. Alright, folks? But folks, in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host Tom Vasey. Good night.